Bum, 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 bum.
I thought you were going to continue. I was going to join in.
No.
It was going to be a great harmony until you fucked it.
Nah, man, I went rogue. They call me a rogue one, you know?
Oh!
The Pop Culture Master Race.
Oh no, you wear it for grace.
All your pop culture needs. And here are your hosts, Aidan and Brett Page.
Welcome back to the PCMR podcast, Pop Culture Master Race, home of video games, television, movies, comic book, conversations,
And hair.
and hair.
We both
And
have hair.
we both do have hair. That's a thing we share in common.
Yes. We both had interesting hairstyles in the past.
We did. I had some bloody dreadlocks, and they were crazy. It looked like a slow motion explosion.
We
but
called it the dread fro. 'Cause it was dreadlocks, but it went out like a fro.
It was pretty crazy. But that's not what we're talking about today, because we have a fuck ton of news to get through. We've got stuff about Flash and Supergirl. Some interesting stuff's going to be going on there. We've got some more
Yeah.
Pokemon Go news. That hasn't gone away yet. It's still out there. Some crazy news. Donald Glover, bloody childish Gambino, I am Donald, as he's known on Facebook. He's got some news coming up that relates to a geeky property. And of course, we have to honor the late Kenny Baker. We'll be talking about that a little later. But yeah, just some sad news there. Can't all be good news. Sometimes it's sad. Also, some casting news.
Well,
and
rumors, more like it.
rumors, as well as some more rumors about who might be writing a potential movie about an interesting subject, including trailers for video games and movies and franchises and whatnot. But first off, Brett, how you doing, buddy?
I am feeling fantastic today. I'm finally not sick anymore.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Praise science.
Yes, praise science. Even though
Praise
I
it.
Didn't take any measures to make myself better.
Well,
I'm just sitting here sick, like just
the forces of science worked for you, for your natural biological things. I don't know. I don't know any science words.
See,
I'm a science fan, not a scientist.
See, I've inherited this weird thing from my mum. My mum has always been very, I'm not going to take any drugs unless I absolutely need to. And I've kind of started to inherit that a bit.
Nah, man.
Like, I was sick. I had this, really chesty cough and a sore throat, and my nose was running. I should have gone out and gotten medication.
Should have at least got some like cough drops or some bloody flu medication or something.
Oh, I had some like Strepsils. That's as far as I went. But other than that, I don't need cold and flu tablets.
Always got to
it'll
go with
go.
cold and flu tablets. They help a lot, man. I think I can go without them, and then I go with them. I'm like, oh, why the fuck was I doing this without? I can breathe now. This is great.
So it's a bad mindset that I'm in that I think I need to get out of because I'm like,
Get out of that. Get out of there.
I don't want to be in that mindset my mum's in.
No. That's how you get super sick. That's how you die. Don't do that.
Oh,
Okay.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said. Telling me not
Well,
to die.
look, I need someone to edit this podcast, and I don't want to do it, so don't die.
Yeah, just saying, folks. Aidan knows how to edit the podcast. He just chooses not
Know
to.
how to do it. I just don't want to. I did edit one episode, and I think it went okay, but yeah,
It is because that was when I moved house and my internet was being shit.
Yeah, you're fucking forcing me to do stuff. How dare you? I manage the social media and sometimes find news. That's it, okay? You can't be expecting me to actually work on this podcast.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm the one with an actual job, and I'm the one who does the editing on this, and
Exactly.
I'm just not doing enough.
Although I have started doing those cool things for our YouTube videos and whatnot that I post on the Facebook. Them little Photoshop-y things I do.
Yes, you're our graphic editor now.
A graphic designer.
Graphic designer, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yes, you're a graphic designer. In your fake Photoshop program.
All right, let's get into some of this news because there's some crazy shit going on. How about we start with some Pokemon Go?
Yes.
Are you still playing Pokemon Go? How are you going with that?
No, I'm not really playing anymore.
No,
I'm one of the ones that, when they released that new update that fucked everything, I took a stance and I stopped playing. I mean,
I I just don't have the time. I keep forgetting to do it. Like, I was down at the lake before where there's a bunch of Pokestops, and I could have done it then, but it wasn't top priority for me. I was like, nah, just go down to the lake a little bit, have some chips.
Here's my thing with it. Since they released that update, where all the tracking websites they had, they all got taken down. And
those don't work anymore. Like, I was using those.
And they took off all the tracking features on the app as well. So it's like, I'm level 21. So I'm at the point where I've caught 80-something Pokemon. So it's very hard for me to just walk outside, take a casual stroll to wherever, and find something new. I need those tracking services to find where the Pokemon I haven't caught yet are. Otherwise, it's really not fun just wandering around catching the same Pokemon over and over.
Yeah, I'm only... Yeah, I haven't, like... Everyone else seems to be like, oh, I'm 19, 21. I'm still, like, 11. Like, that's as far as I got. Because I wasn't doing it that much. It was, like, every other day I'd be like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll go catch some Pokemon. But now I'm just like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
So, we are over the fad. Are you over the fad?
Pretty much.
Let us know on our social medias.
Yeah, let us know. Because some of these people are still going pretty crazy strong. We've got some news here about some players who are auctioning off their accounts.
Yes.
And they sold one for $1 million.
Yes, and I think it was like a level 30 account with lots of rare Pokemon. But yes, the website was called playerauctions.com.
That's the craziest.
And there's multiple other websites that are doing as well. Most accounts are going for like a couple of thousand, and it's like, I'm just here like, wait, I have a level 21 account, and I have a few rare Pokemon. I'm not playing anymore. I'm thinking I want to sell it. If people are paying this much, I could at least maybe get a solid few hundred from mine.
Probably. Fucking go on there, sell it, make some cash moolah.
Yeah, I'd have to find a way to change the email address though, because the email address I use it for is like my actual personal Gmail.
Yeah, see if you can find a way to change that email address, and you just sell it.
Yes. Niantic and Nintendo, if you're listening, this is not true. I'm not.
This is not true. This is all speculation. This is jokes. This is, we didn't say anything of the sort.
Please don't sue me.
No. But I can't believe people are selling their accounts. Like, I can believe people are selling their accounts. I can't believe people are buying Pokemon Go
I can't
accounts.
believe people are buying it. That's the one.
Like, who has $1 million just lying around? It's like, I don't want to walk to go and catch these Pokemon. Someone just give them to me. $1 million? Yeah, I'll buy some things that don't actually exist in the real world, some intangible things. I'll buy these Pokemon and give them to me. Oh, now I can own the Pokemon gym at the Mountain of Gold where I live. Yay for me.
It takes all the satisfaction out of it, because the satisfaction of having an account with level that high is I worked hard to get that high. And even being level 21, I'm still higher level than a lot of people still. And it's still that pride that I did it myself.
You gotta wonder, who are these people who have so much money, so much disposable income, that they can throw $1 million at a fucking Pokemon Go account? Like, you've got to be fuck you rich to be able to just be like, yeah, I'll buy a Pokemon Go account for $1 million on this app that's free. That people, if I just walked around for a couple of days, I could probably get all of this. How much money do you have to? Do you think Kim Jong-un bought that account? Who was buying this account?
No, you know what? It's the people who are like ridiculously rich, but not celebrities. You know those kind of people? Like,
the guy who like invented like who sells like the plastic for lollipops or something.
Yeah, like that guy, like the guy who imports the plastic for the lollipop wrappers, that guy. And like, you don't know who he is, but he's like a billionaire. Some guy like that.
Rich. Fuck that. I can't even imagine being that rich that you'd pay $1 million for something that's free if you just work a little bit, walk around a little bit. Like, that's like a level of lazy and rich that I can't even comprehend.
I don't even think I ever want to be that rich.
No, that sounds
like I don't aspire to
character
be rich.
Destructive rich. No, I want to be comfortable. But
I want to be comfortable. Yes.
I don't need to be owning like a giant like $1 billion mansion and a yacht. Like, I don't even want to go on a yacht now. Like, if someone's just like, oh, do you want to go on my yacht? Be like, Nah,
Why?
I don't think I do. Like,
Why?
it's just
When
gotta-
there's this fishing boat?
I'll just get seasick, and it's blur. What if we're just going to sit in the dock? Well, couldn't we just go sit in a house? What do we got to be on a yacht for? Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I find those people hilarious. The people who just sit in their yachts on the dock.
Oh, it's like, why? And it's like, oh, I can't actually go and take it out to sea because I don't have a license to drive it, and I'm terrified of the ocean. But this is my way of coping with it because I'm a billionaire, and I don't know. Instead of just going for a swim, I thought I'd buy a yacht. It's like,
A lot of Americans don't know how to swim. Did you know that?
I hear that. Like, I know there's like that stereotype about black people not knowing how to swim, which I didn't understand because growing up in Australia, everyone knows how to swim. Even
Everyone-
fucking
like you get
mountain
taught
people
in
know how to
primary
swim.
school. You get taught in primary school how to swim. Like I've
straight
never
up.
actually met a person who doesn't know how to swim.
Everyone in Australia knows how to swim.
Like, I
That's
don't
why
know
we
if-
always win all those swimming medals.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know. Like I don't go swimming like as a hobby.
No.
Like, but if someone threw me in water, I wouldn't drown.
Yeah, no, I know how to swim. I don't swim that much these days because fucking I need to clean my pool. It's
But
pretty
even though you have a really nice pool,
it's not really nice at the moment. It's a bit green. It's looking pretty Brazilian
I know.
right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we can't talk about that, or we'll get sued.
Oh, right. Would we? Would we get
Dude.
sued?
You know the channel Aussie Man Reviews? I've showed you him.
Yeah.
He's put up some videos like doing his commentary stuff over the and his videos have been taken down. And I've tried to go to the links and it literally says it's been taken down by the committee.
All right. Well, how can they? We won't put anything in the description. We won't say anything.
Yeah, but they will be fine. They won't
How
listen
can
to
they
this.
search for it? Like, no,
They don't
Google
have
haven't.
robots to listen to people who say the word.
No, they haven't. Like, Google haven't quite done that thing where they're transcribing every podcast yet. So, fuck them. Like,
We're safe for now.
pics. Fuck pics. There you go. Fucking try and get me, committee. I fucking dare you. Let's moving on. Let's go into some comic book news. Carol Danvers, as AKA Captain Marvel, we all know she's going to be played by Brie Larson. Got a movie coming out 2019, I think. So writers for the film have been talking about how they have had to change the origin story for Carol Danvers because it's a little too similar to Green Lantern. And I was thinking, is it? And I looked back and I was like, all right, so this an alien
because, like,
comes
the
down.
It's the original Captain Marvel comes to Earth, comes down, right? Then they
Yeah.
fall in love, and then when he dies, he transfers her his powers. Is that what
Something
happens?
like that. It's like her power. He gets hit by something, and his like Kree DNA mixed with hers, and she gets like his powers. So, some comic bullshit happens, but yeah, she gets powers that way, and it's a little similar, like an alien coming down gives her powers. She goes off and she fights crime. It's like, Air Force pilot. It's like, it's this the similarities are there, and I could see why they would change it up a little bit. But I hope they still keep her like an Air Force pilot because that's one of the badass things about Captain Marvel is that she's like, this colonel in the military. And then she becomes a superhero. It's like she's already a badass, and then she becomes even more badass. So I think if they like try and find a way to like keep her being badass, but maybe remove maybe Marvel could be changed a little bit. Maybe even you don't need him because he's a superfluous character at this point. He's not really in the comics. It's not really crucial to her origin story.
Plus, it'd
really.
be a bit kind of weird if just all of a sudden aliens appeared on. Oh wait, it's already happened though, hasn't it?
Yeah, fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had Kree come down. So it's the precedent's been set for Kree to show up
Oh,
in the
true.
Marvel
I
universe.
guess
Yeah.
that's the reason Coulson's alive. Spoilers.
Spoilers. If you're not watching it by now, you're not going to be watching it. And, fair enough, the
true.
first season was trash, so I could see why he would jump ship. It's good now, but I could see why you would jump ship early on.
Yeah. Still angry that they're putting Ghost Rider in it rather than giving a Ghost Rider movie.
Hey, fuck it. He had two chances. They were shit. Put him in the TV show. Maybe this will be a good Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
And,
but
it's not Johnny Blaze, so they could do a Ghost Rider here and then do a Johnny Blaze movie or Johnny Blaze on Netflix. I'd rather see him on Netflix, personally, than in a movie.
It could because
the Netflix
Ghost
stuff
Rider
set a precedent
should
for
be
darker
like really
shit.
dark, brutal, unlike that Nicolas Cage bullshit.
Yeah, that's no good.
They made two of those.
The second one was bloody directed by the same people who did Crank and Crank 2 High Voltage, which are fucking crazy fun films, and it still sucked. It was in fact even worse than the first one.
Oh,
Didn't the first one was shot in Melbourne?
Was it?
Yeah.
A lot of things do get shot in Australia. A lot of things get shot in the Gold Coast.
Yeah, like if you go back and watch it, there's a lot of scenes where like, that's out the front of the bloody Parliament. That's
so it's like actually like really noticeable locations.
it's noticeably Melbourne. Like it's trying to say like,
like
this is Chicago, but you look at it, it's like, mate, that's bloody Melbourne. I fucking lived there. I know what that place looks like.
There's a lot of people like when films are shot in their hometown, they probably have the same reaction.
Oh yeah, I assume a lot of people, if you live in Toronto, because loads of films get shot there. It's like, man, that's Toronto. That's not Star City. That's bloody Quebec.
And don't a lot get shot in Atlanta as well?
Yeah, all of the Marvel stuff at the moment is being shot in Atlanta. Like Spider-Man's was shot there, Guardians of the Galaxy was shot there. I think Avengers Infinity War is going to have a lot of shoots there. So like, yeah, fuck ton of shit gets shot there.
Yeah.
Also Cleveland, I think. They shot.
Oh yeah, I've heard about Cleveland.
Yeah, they shot the first Avengers film. They used that as a double for New York, and fuck, I couldn't tell. Like it still looked like New York to me because I think a lot of it was just green screen. But yeah,
no,
nothing's ever where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's just like this is New York, but we're filming it in freaking Colorado.
Like, this is Asgard via way of Queensland. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so next, as we already know, Supergirl is coming to the CW. So we've talked about the possibility of more Flash and Arrow crossovers because of that. And there's already been talks of one crossover with the Flash, which is going to be a musical crossover.
Yeah, back in the day, all these like genre shows always used to have a musical episode. Like the Buffy had a musical episode once more with Feeling. I can't think of any others right now, but yeah, everything used to have a musical episode. Like I think it was usually in like mid-season, like 3 or 4, whenever like a show was like, all right, we're into it now. Let's do something crazy. Let's just go fucking off the wall crazy. And they do a musical episode. They find some way to like make it exist. Like, oh, everyone was mind controlled or it was all a dream. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. They could maybe there's
a villain.
Yeah, there's a villain who like makes people. There is an episode of The Brave and the Bold where like Music Master or something. There's some character that creates makes everyone sing. So there's definitely a DC villain they could use to make
a DC villain that could make everyone sing.
There's a fucking villain called Condiment King. If there's a villain out there who shoots like ketchup and mustard at people, surely there's someone who can make people sing. I'm sure I've seen an episode of Batman, the Brave and the Bold where they had a DC villain like that. So yeah, you chuck them in there. And also Grant Gustin and Melissa Benoist, they both were on Glee, I think.
Yeah, and like we saw in The Flash that whoever it is plays Joe West, he can sing.
Oh yeah, he's fucking got some killer pipes on him. So also I think Cisco, he has a singing. He's done some like songs.
Most of these pretty young actors in Hollywood, they can sing as well. Let's say that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And even if they're not
I think
brilliant singers, they can at least
someone on
hold it.
Agents of Shield, Daisy. Whatever her name is in real life, I know it because I follow her on Instagram, but I've forgotten it right now. Yeah, she used to be a Chinese pop star. So there you go.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she's half Asian. She was like a Mandarin pop star, I think.
I didn't even realize she was half Asian. I swear to God, I can.
Her mother was played by an Asian on the show. Do you think that was just? She's half Asian.
I didn't know that.
Oh, mate, she's
I'm
bloody
really
Asian.
bad at telling when people are half Asian.
It is like it,
like half black, like you are. You can kind of pretty much tell that it's a half thing.
Yeah,
but half Asians, generally the white is dominant.
Yeah, it usually is. Although she's got like tan, like it looks like she's a white person with a tan. But if you look again as like, oh yeah, there's a little bit of Chinese in there. But yeah, seems like Flash and Supergirl. They're also talking about Joss Whedon maybe directing, which I'd like to see that. Like, let him direct a couple of episodes of some DC stuff. He's a fan of all of this shit. He loves, a musical or a musical episode. He did one for Buffy. Why not let him do one for a crossover for Flash and Supergirl? That'd be hilarious.
Why not?
All right, why don't you tell us some more news about what Donald Glover's got coming up next?
Old childish Gambino, old freaking Troy,
Sweatpants McGee.
old Troy from Community, old nerdy guy from The Martian. I don't remember his character's name.
Dicks. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, as we all know, there is going to be a Han solo film. That's weird. That's a weird sentence.
That's coming.
Yeah. So this year we've got Rogue One, then we've got Episode 8.
Yep.
Then the year after we're going to have the Han Solo film. And apparently there's going to be scenes in Cloud City where there will be a young Lando Calrissian. And right now, the top contender that's rumored to be playing him is Donald Glover himself. And
I really like this choice. Like,
yes, I'm a fan of this choice.
I couldn't think before if you'd asked me, like, who would you get to play a young Lando Calrissian?
I don't think we've had that talk. Let's have it now. If not,
I think before, if like Donald Glover hadn't been suggested as a choice, which now my mind is just like, well, of course, put him. But before that, I would have said, yeah, let me do it. I'll do it.
I took a mouthful of my water as you said that. It went everywhere. Fuck.
Hello, who do we have here? I'm Lando Calrissian. I run this place.
Who else do you think could do it?
I think I could do it. I'm sorry, Han. They got here. How you doing, Chewbacca? Still running around with this
Aidan?
Nerf Rider?
You have to promise
Nerf
me
Rider?
one thing.
Yeah?
If and when you have children,
Yeah.
you have to name your boy Lando.
It's going to be that or Finn, or like Finn, Lando, Mungai, or something like that. Just
have two. One of
Ooh.
each.
One can be named Finn, the other can be named Lando. Also, I'm really tempted to name one like T'Challa or like Anthony Mackie or something.
Yeah, you can get away with T'Challa because you can be like, I just wanted to, really
I wanted
get
to
into my
give him a
African
strong.
roots.
I wanted to give him a strong African name, so I chose T'Challa. Hey,
Yeah,
isn't that a made-up name from a made-up country? How dare you say that? I am a proud Wakandan. But yeah, no, I really like this choice. I hope his impression is as good as mine, because honestly, I think mine's pretty good.
Yeah, Aidan for Lando Calrissian.
Hello, who do we have here? That's all, like, I only can think of, like, 3, like, Lando Calrissian phrases, and it's like, hello, who do we have here? I'm Lando Calrissian. I run this joint.
Chewie.
Hey there, Chewbacca.
I really can't think of any quotes from him. He was a good character.
I
Who
like
doesn't
him.
Say that? Who doesn't like Lando Calrissian?
Crazy people. He's the coolest motherfucker in the galaxy.
Definitely, like, he was a bit of a dick, but
He's just so cool. You know?
defending his city.
Exactly.
He had to turn them in. He had to.
He had to. Man. See, I like this choice. I don't know who else I would get.
I heard someone saying Chadwick Boseman, but I'm like, no. Disney aren't going to put him in 2 of their big properties.
No, and he's off being T'Challa. Like, look, he's busy.
Yeah, like he would do it well. I have no doubt in my mind.
Also,
he'd do
he's
it well, but
a way darker than
yeah. See,
I feel like he's a
you have to kind of
couple
take
of
into
shades
account
darker than
skin tone. Like, it
bloody-
feels weird, racist thing to say, but you do have to take into account the skin tone.
I can't think of anyone else. Maybe the guy who plays Firestorm on Legends of Tomorrow. He's got kind of a Lando Calrissian face. I could kind of see him doing it.
Maybe Michael B. Jordan.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I could see him
but
doing
still,
like a cool.
I'm still thinking Donald Glover would do it best.
He would.
I mean, yes, I am a fan of everything he's done. But
Also, I can't tell if I'm just seeing like Troy from Community dressing up as Lando Calrissian, or I can actually see Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. Because in my mind, it's just like Troy doing like a Halloween thing and being like, "Hello, who do we have here?"
I still haven't
Lando
watched the last
Lando
season.
Calrissian in the morning,
Oh, Jesus,
something like that.
I still haven't seen that last season of Community.
It's all right. It's worth seeing. I'd watch it. I mean, I did watch it at the time.
There you go. Anyway, let's move on to some sad news. And you take it.
All right. Speaking of Star Wars, as we have just been, Kenny Baker, the actor who portrayed R2-D2, has passed away at the age of 81. Tributes have been coming in all across the Star Wars fandom and cast. Mark Hamill had a great thing where he posted on Twitter where he was talked about how wonderful he was to work with and that he was the droid we were looking for, which, oh, that touched me in the heart right there. Also, like George Lucas was saying how much of like how great he was to work with. Just fans everywhere have shown like support and tributes for who wasn't known for many things, but R2-D2 is just such a huge part of the Star Wars fandom. It feels like R2 has died, but at the same time, he'll live on forever in our hearts. And it's just, it's sad days. Sad days.
It's always sad when like an icon like that passes away because this was in the days before we actually had the technology to actually build an R2-D2. Because we could build a robotic R2-D2 now, no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, we could just do it with a robot, but it's still.
But having that person there doing it, it brought it to life.
It brought a lot of charm. Like, you know, it's a character that doesn't have any dialogue, but just the way it moves, the way, like, just slight, like, little touches put in, which I'm going to assume is Kenny Baker adding those little touches in there. It just feels like he's alive and like it's this real character that you can actually connect to.
Like, he gave the character a personality. And when you can give, like, a robot that doesn't even
a bloody
speak
trash
English,
can with legs.
Yeah, if you can give that a personality, you're a great job.
That's some great acting right there. Yeah, he'll be missed. Yeah, we here at the PCMR podcast are sad to hear of his passing.
Yes, as everyone else is in the pop culture community right now. Anyway, let's move on to happier news. That was really sad, so...
Let's talk about some casting rumors.
Yes, for Deadpool 2.
Yeah, so at the end of Deadpool, in the end credit scene, they mention that there will be Cable, the Marvel character, will appear in the second film, and now we have some possible contenders for who that could be, plus someone else. Kyle Chandler, who you might know from Super 8 and other things, which I couldn't think of off the top of my head, because that's the only thing I really remember him from. He's in the running to play Cable at the moment, as well as Mackenzie Davis for Domino, which was a character I didn't know was going to be in the film, but now that they're saying, oh, Domino could be in the film, I'm like, oh, cool, because that's a cool character.
Yeah, so was Kyle Chandler on your radar at all for Cable?
No, I was thinking of the guy from Terra Nova and what's his name? The guy who was in bloody Avatar. You're not in Kansas anymore. That guy.
Yeah, everyone was talking about him.
And I think there was also some talk about Dolph Lundgren for Cable, which was also a pretty good choice.
I'm still on the Ron Perlman train.
Ooh, that would also be a great
choice.
choice.
Hellboy to do it. Like,
I would love to see Hellboy as Cable.
Yeah, like he's a bit old now, but you can do it.
Still do it. It's a lot of CGI, and you just need really like the voice and some like facial acting. The rest can be fucking CGI'd in. I mean, what's his face? Bloody Colossus.
Yeah, like if you can
Completely
CGI
character.
that, you can CGI young down Ron Perlman.
No, this is a great choice. I'd like to see Ron Perlman. Oh no, we're talking about Kyle Chandler. Yeah, Kyle Chandler. I don't know. He's all right. Like
I've never seen him in anything, so I really can't judge.
I don't know. He's just kind of there. He's not really on my radar as like this great kind of like character actor. When I was thinking Cable, I was thinking character actors. But maybe if they're saying Kyle Chandler will do it well, then hey, I've got to trust their casting. They got Ryan Reynolds for it, and
you know what I reckon. I reckon they're still just gonna go with Keira Knightley. Just to
Honestly,
fuck with everyone. Keira
that would
Knightley
be
is Cable.
such an interesting choice. Like,
Yeah, I
to take this like epitome of like old white man badass in the comics and turn it into little skinny British girl. Like, okay.
I reckon they'll at least find a way in the movie to make a joke about it. Like she'll have some sort of cameo or something as a joke.
Or like she'll be like someone in the future who looks like Cable, and then she dies, and then actually Cable shows up. Like,
well, didn't Cable go into the future, and then his sister kind of raised him and trained him? Maybe he could be Cable's. No, it was from the alternate universe. Like she was Cable's sister in an alternate universe.
Okay, because it's Cyclops and someone's son. It's Cyclops and I think
I thought it was Cyclops and Jean Grey's son.
yeah, that's probably who it is. But yeah, Cyclops and Jean Grey's son. He's got like telekinetic powers, but he's also got like this robot disease. It's like taking up half his arm, which he's using for the most part, he's using his telekinesis to like stop his arm from taking over the rest of his body. So that's like what it's concentrating on all of the time. So he can really only use it when like someone detonates like an EMP near his arm. So like it stops working for a little bit, and then he can like, I can actually do some telekinesis shit. Ba-bam! Because I was just reading a comic book where Hank Pym comes back. He was out in space and he's merged with Ultron for some reason. He comes back down.
Because comic books.
Yeah, because comic books. This is for like the Uncanny Avengers. And like, yeah, there's like a point where they detonate an EMP thing to stop Ultron for a little bit. And yeah, he uses his telekinesis powers. It's like, oh, fuck, I can use these now. It's just like, ba-ba-bam. Does some cool shit. He's a cool character. I haven't read a lot of stuff with him. Like, I keep meaning to read Deadpool and Cable because that's like a really popular run. But I'm enjoying his appearances in Uncanny Avengers. So yeah, I like him.
There you go. Keira Knightley for Cable. No.
Exactly. That's what we're going to say. Keira Knightley for Cable. All right. So one more bit of Marvel. No, not Marvel. This kind of ties into everything. Like we started talking about Pokemon, we went into Marvel, and now we're going to come back to Pokemon through Marvel. Nicole Perlman, who you might know as she did some writing on Guardians of the Galaxy. She's doing some writing for Captain Marvel.
She was actually one of the main writers of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
like
nice.
Her and James Gunn, pretty much.
Sweet. She also did some writing for Gravity Falls, I think. Which, have you ever watched that?
Nope.
Oh, it's real good. That's like, if we're going to do like a little recommendation segment right here, watch that. It's only like 2 seasons, but for like, of all these like new kind of cartoons that have come out in like the mid-10s, this is one of the best. Like it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's only like two seasons, but like there's a clear ending, and it's just like a really good show. Really clever. Has some cameos from Louis C.K. It's got Justin Roiland, who has the voice of Rick and Morty. He has a few characters on there. What's his face? Ron Swanson, guy who plays him. He's on it in a few episodes. It's a good show. I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, well, to sum up what we're saying about her, she is going to be one of the co-writers for the live-action Pokemon movie.
Which apparently is still happening, even though we both agreed that like it was a terrible idea and it shouldn't happen. Apparently no one listened to us.
I can't say it without laughing.
It just sounds like such a dumb idea. Because I don't know how Pokemon can look like convincingly like real characters without looking like nightmares. Yeah, it's like... No, these aren't real animals. These are nightmares. These are fucking...
Well, they're actual monsters because Pokemon translates from Japanese to pocket monsters.
Yeah, it's a bloody abbreviation, like Digimon.
It's like the whole thing, like... Do you see that? It was like a BuzzFeed article, like Studio Ghibli food in real life, because all the food in Studio Ghibli movies looks so, like, delicious and colorful and whatever. And if you look like... what that food looks like in real life, it looks fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Like
it's exactly that. Like the cartooniness has made it look better than it would. Like these things in real life would be nightmares.
Like if people in real life had like eyes the size of like anime characters, we'd fucking just...
I would burn that motherfucker at the
It looks
stake.
so fucking freaky. Like you see anyone like those weird people like dress up in like anime characters and they have like they put on like anime masks and it just looks like the fucking freakiest kill it with fire shit. So like no, it's this... I don't know how this is gonna work. It's gonna be weird, but they've got a good writer, so that's a good start.
Writer.
Yeah.
Like the other guy they've got, he's done a few things. I don't remember. Freaking it was Alex Hirsch, I think his name is.
Oh wait, no, that's the guy who's done Gravity Falls stuff. That's who I'm thinking of.
Because
I read like a headline thing. It's like writers of Guardians of the Galaxy and Gravity Falls. So I was like, oh, okay, guess it's Nicole Perlman. But yeah, Alex Hirsch, great guy. He's real funny.
Well, there you go. We have 2 writers we can trust, so maybe it won't be horrible and nightmare fuel.
Yeah, here's hoping. I still have no idea how this is going to work on live action. But maybe if they do it like if they take like a 21 Jump Street Lego movie approach to it, where it's just like jokes, make fun of itself, except that the premise is weird and do something fun and clever with it, it could be cool. Because I don't know how else to approach this. You can't approach it seriously because then you're just doing like, hey kids, dog fights are fun. Go have one. Like, no, like you need to make this like a joke.
Yeah, you're in tricky ground making a live action Pokemon movie.
You really are. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Anyway, to something we both sort of liked. Ghostbusters. But some sad news for any of you who may have liked it. It is likely that there won't be a sequel.
Yeah, it's heading towards a $70 million loss on its budget. It seems like not enough people are seeing it. It's actually been a kind of a weird year for flops. It seems like there have been quite a few this year.
Yeah, what else has flopped? I remember Warcraft flopped everywhere but China.
Flopped everywhere but China. Star Trek Beyond isn't doing that great, even though it's a really good film. I think Ben-Hur is coming out later this year. That's going to be a huge flop. I can see that right now. That's not going to
I saw the trailer. I'm like, I do not want to watch this. I've seen this exact movie.
Gods of Egypt was a huge flop. I can't think of what else, but yeah, there's just a lot of things out there that have not done well.
Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad, they weren't huge flops, but they definitely didn't perform as expected.
Yeah, their second weekends have been like, ugh. So, yeah, just things have not been going that well for most people this year. Like Marvel had a good year because Civil War made like $1 billion. So like, hey, of course it would. We're great. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, Deadpool was great.
Disney have had a good year because Zootopia was really big.
I still haven't seen that. I need to, I think.
You should. I think it's pretty good. I think Jungle Book did really well.
Didn't see that.
Oh, you should also see that one as well. I'm not sure what else they've released this year, but yeah. A lot of things have not been doing that good.
Yeah, we still have Doctor Strange coming out with, it's one of the more lesser known characters, so who knows, it could do a Guardians of the Galaxy and be huge, or it could be more like Ant-Man and still make a lot of money but not be one of the hugest
I'm not expecting $1 billion, but somewhere around like the 500 to 700 million mark is probably what I'm thinking.
I'm honestly thinking it's going to be like around the Ant-Man area, because Ant-Man still made a fuckload of money and a lot of people loved it, but like as far as the MCU goes, it's on the lower end of the spectrum.
How much did The Imitation Game make? Like, what was the last Benedict Cumberbatch big blockbuster thing that he did?
Let's look it up. The Imitation Game box office.
Because I feel like he's never really had like a huge, super successful.
The Imitation Game made $233 million. But what was the budget? It's not telling me here.
Yeah. Because like he does really well with Sherlock, and like he's in a couple of movies. But like I feel like he's never had like a huge, financially successful. He's had critical hits.
Oh wow!
What was the budget on it?
No, The Imitation Game. No, that was fucking crazy. The budget was only $14 million.
Oh fuck! Well, that's a huge financial. I take back everything I just said.
That's what. Like, it blew my mind. I didn't expect it to be that cheap. That was like,
fuck, I forget that.
Well,
that's a British film, so their budgets aren't like, they're bigger than like Australian budgets because we're lucky to get like $1 million. Oh.
Like what? You're letting us make a film?
Like we're like, oh, we got $800,000 to make a film. Oh, bloody didgeridoo! That's a lot of bloody dollary-doos. Like no,
bloody didgeridoo.
We don't get a lot of money to make films. Like you hear of like a series like, oh, we got $2 million to make this, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money. But it still looks like a cheap as fuck film because everywhere else it's like, you made a film for $2 million? That's a micro budget. How did you do that? So
yeah, and it is funny that we look at The Imitation Game when they got $14 million. Like, well, that's not a lot of money. Like that is insane.
If I had $14 million, I'd be like, what? This is so much money. I never have to work ever again. Fuck all this shit. It's so good.
Pretty much. And you could just throw me a few million. I'm like, we can retire together, right?
Yeah, just like, here, man, have half. Fuck it. Have $7 million. Let's fucking go crazy.
I'm holding you to that. I have this on recorded evidence that if you ever win $14 million, I'm getting half.
All right, maybe a third. Like half
a third.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, like
still enough to retire on.
I'll split.
I thought about this too much. I think if I ever won like an insanely large amount of money, I'd just quit my job, and I think I'd get you, and we would just travel the world for like the rest of our lives. I'd never buy a house. You and me just traveling the world for the rest.
Travel everywhere. Just do make like random vlogs and do that Casey Neistat shit. I still haven't watched any of his videos, but every time I hear
Billy D talks about him.
he
every
talks
day.
so much, but every time I see his face, I'm just like, that guy looks like a big old bag of douche.
Yeah.
No. I'm sure he seems like I'm sure people who've met him are he's a nice guy.
Vloggers.
Oh, I would love to be the kind of person that I hate. That's because I hate travel vloggers, but I would love to do it. That's like, I look at people who are going the Amazing Race and I'm like, I fucking hate all of you. Would you go on it? Oh yeah, of course. Fucking, you serious? Fucking travel around the world? Fuck yeah.
Did you see the last Philly DeFranco show where he's talking about the Fun for Louis guy in North Korea?
No, what?
There's this travel vlogger called Fun for Louis.
Oh, yes. Yes. The guy who was he went over to North Korea and is like, oh, guys, it's so great here. I just want to be positive. And it's like, no, there are fuck tons of human rights violations going on over there. And if you just,
they
avoid
will kill entire families because one person spoke out of line.
Yeah, they'll imprison entire families just to make sure. It's fucking crazy over there. There was a guy who took down a flag or something, some student exchange guy, and he got imprisoned for 15 years.
Yeah.
Hard labor. Fucking crazy.
See, apparently he's in a hard position though because he apparently doesn't want to talk shit because he doesn't want to get the guy who got him there in trouble.
Yeah.
But at the same time, by saying how great it is, it's you are promoting their agenda.
Just don't mention the guy. Just don't mention him. When you.
Yeah. But apparently, the North Korea government knows who got him there.
Yeah.
So there's the fear that if he speaks out at all, they will kill the guy that got him there. So it's a big thing.
That's the whole
There
situation.
you go. Impromptu news story for you all.
Shouldn't have gone there in the first place, as far as I'm
Shouldn't have
concerned.
gone
No, because
you can't. Any person can pretty much go to North Korea. But
bloody Dennis Rodman went there. Fucking went and watched the basketball game with fucking Kim Jong Un. Oh.
Yeah, because it is
That's so crazy.
And it's if you go there, it is insane. You're with a tour guide 24/7. They only show you really good things because they want people to come there because they want to create this image about themselves. And I did a lot of reading up on North Korea the other day, so I have a bit of knowledge in my head right now. And
Spit some truth.
If Kim Jong Il's first son got in, there would pretty much be no North Korea anymore because the reason he basically lost his line of the throne or whatever when he tried to go to Disneyland.
What?
He got caught at the airport with his family because he tried to go to America to go to Disneyland.
What are you doing trying to enjoy this Western decadence? I just want to go to the happiest place on earth. Ah!
Pretty much. And he said multiple times that he doesn't agree with how they run the country and he even himself thinks that they are fucked.
It's a bit
And
fucked.
so if he did, if he played along until his father died and he took over instead of Kim Jong-un, there would be no communism in North Korea anymore, pretty much.
Fuck, he would have built and we're going to build the first North Korean Disneyland. Hooray!
Yeah. Well, if that happened, North Korea, South Korea, they could... He was a fan of them joining together again.
Oh, that would have been good.
Anyway, we're talking about political shit on a pop culture podcast.
Actually, speaking of South Korea, that's where someone I'd like to travel to. I hear Seoul is just this crazy fucking party town. So I would like to check that out.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to play video games with all the crazy Asian video gamers.
Yeah, because there's
Korean.
video game cafes or something. You just go there, you spend an hour, you get a beer, go to a bloody video game cafe, play with StarCraft 2 or something. That'd be fucking crazy. All right, let's get into some trailers. Speaking of video games, that's what our first trailer is. Fallout Nuka World, which is kind of what I picture a North Korean Disneyland be. But no, I really like this trailer. I still haven't played Fallout 4. You're the one who brought this up because
you need to, man. It's a great game.
I'll get around to it.
So, Fallout Far Harbor, it was brilliant DLC. Probably one of my favorite DLCs. It was huge, new story, everything.
Nice.
And this one looks like very similar story and lengthwise. Like, Far Harbor was a decent 20 more hours of playtime. And it's looking like this will probably be another decent 20 hours of playtime. And it's introducing more monsters. It's introducing more...
Is that two-headed
weapons.
cow a new thing, or is that just like random cows?
Oh, no, two-headed cows. Yeah, they're called Brahmin.
Oh, yeah.
They've been there all the time, yeah. They're good when you cook their meat. All the traders have them. They're basically pack horses.
Good to know.
Yeah. In this one, because Far Harbor, they definitely went to lengths to make it really creepy. Like, the whole island was covered in this irradiated fog.
I think I saw a few Let's Plays of it, and it looked kind of like, oh, yeah, this is a creepy seaside
And
town.
The music was
Was there like a
terrifying.
mutant shark at one point? Did you have to do some Jaws stuff, or...?
No, there was these things called fog crawlers, though, which were what nightmares were made of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were so hard to kill.
Was it a person with snakes for a head?
No.
Because that's the creepiest shit I've ever seen.
Man, you need to play Bloodborne.
Oh, I should, because I enjoyed like the first 2
Man.
hours of it. But
Have I told you where I'm up to in Bloodborne?
where are you up to?
The final boss.
Oh, you've actually gone back to it. Wow.
Yeah, I got to I am at the final boss, and I've fought him so many times, but I've kept losing. But it's so annoying because I used guides, obviously.
Obviously, fuck it.
And so there's this thing where if you, this is going to sound really weird to you, if you eat 3 umbilical cords,
Yes.
it kind of like...
Go on.
It unlocks the best ending.
Oh.
So basically you fight... Spoilers.
I
fight
don't give a fuck.
Gurman.
I'm not going to remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once you defeat him, then wait, there's 3 endings. The first is you refuse to fight Gurman, he chops your head off, you wake up in the real world. The second is...
What? Like, actually, like, you wake up, like, on a couch covered in Doritos dust, or like...
No,
what?
not like that, because you're in the hunter's dream.
Oh.
You're real, but it's a complicated concept.
Okay, right, yeah.
And then there's the option 2 where you fight Gurman, but you haven't eaten the 3 umbilical cords, and you win, and you become the new
You
watcher
become
of the hunter's
Gurman.
dream.
All right.
Then the best ending, where you've eaten the 3 umbilical cords, you beat Gurman, then you have to fight the moon presence.
I'm sorry, what? Did you say Moon President?
Moon president. I am the president of the moon.
You fight the president of the moon?
The moon presence.
Presence.
It's one of the great ones.
Oh,
After
okay.
the podcast, I'll explain to you the story.
All
of
right,
Bloodborne,
try and
I've watched-
explain to me a moon president. All right.
after the podcast, because it's a complicated concept.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Anyway, let's talk about Arrival. Talking about weird alien shit.
Talking about weird shit that doesn't make any sense. But now, I saw a teaser trailer for this, and it didn't mention who the director was. And I was like, this premise seems cool. I like the cast. And I was like, all right, I'm in for this. And now I've watched this trailer, and it said that it's the director of Sicario and Prisoners. So now I'm fucking balls deep ready.
It said that. I'd
this.
never heard of this, and I saw Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner. I'm like, okay, they're talented. Then it said directors of Sicario. I'm like,
In.
let's do this
Let's
shit.
I really like the premise. So it's kind of like you've got these aliens coming down from Earth, and instead of it just being like an Independence Day scenario where it's like, we've got to fucking fight them, it's actually taking this nice...
We try to talk to them.
Hard sci-fi approach. We're talking about linguistics. We're talking about language. It's trying to talking about like how all right, so we've got all these aliens in like different countries. Other countries might not respond as peacefully as we might. They might try and attack first, and then they'll just wipe us all out because someone else jumps the gun. So it's this race against time to try and find a peaceful solution to a problem, which is great.
Yes, I love this.
That's a scientific thriller that I can get behind.
Yeah, because I've been playing No Man's Sky lately, where half the idea is that you're talking to aliens and you're trying to understand them and you're trying to learn their language instead of just shooting them.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it. They're not trying to shoot the aliens straight off the gun.
No.
They're trying to understand them.
I'm really ready for this.
Review for this, 100%. No, probably, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. This is a 100%. We're going to review this.
We're definitely going to review this. All right. I think that's all you need to say on that. Like, it looks really cool. I'm balls deep ready
Yeah.
for it. All right, Rogue One. Boy! Oh, I'm so ready for this film. Like, it's just to reiterate, like, how it's so different. It's like a film that's not following the Luke Skywalker or the Skywalker kind of clan or their kind. It's just something separate. It's this nice kind of period piece. Like, you don't often get like a sci-fi film where it's also like a period film set in this completely sci-fi world. And it's like something that hasn't really been done before. Well, like, I guess you can say the prequels are kind of period films, but they don't feel like it because they just feel like, oh yeah, it's this fucking more Star Wars films, whatever. They're prequels to whatever happened here. But this one, because it's trying to ape the kind of style and feel of like a 70s sci-fi film, but with like the technology and like filming capabilities that we have now, it just feels like something special. And I really love the cinematography in this. There's this really cool shot where the Death Star blocks out the sun. That's amazing. Another shot where it's like flying over the planet. All of these, like, the big like landscape special effects look like photorealistic and so impressive. I'm so down for that.
It looks beautiful.
Such a beautiful film. And we get a little bit more details about some of the characters. So we see a shot of the U-Wing again, which we saw in the little teaser. We learn a little bit more about characters whose names I don't know, which will probably be useful. But the actor whose name I really should look up right now. Hold on. Rogue One cast. That's what I'm going to look up. Rogue One.
Music.
Okay, cast. Yeah. Let's get into it. So Donnie Yen, who I should know because I'm
That one.
I love me some bloody martial arts films. He will be playing. He's kind of this blind. He's not a Jedi, but he's force sensitive, and he has this cool line where it's like, "All is as the Force wills it." Fucking love that. I love me a blind martial artist. You know me.
Yeah.
Daredevil's my boy.
Yeah, blind martial artists for the win.
They're fucking amazing. We've seen Forrest Whitaker now has like an afro. In the first trailer for Rogue One, he was bald, but now they've done some reshoots and they've decided, nah, give this character hair. So his character has hair now. We get a little bit more from Felicity Jones. I'm really liking the way she's portraying Geonosa, because she's kind of like a James Bond kind of character. I'm getting that kind of a vibe, especially that scene, like even the last trailer in this one, she's like, oh, we're going to take off your shackles. Like, we have a mission for you. And she's like, yes, sir. She's got like this kind of sexual tension with this other guy, but it's not this like, ooh, I'm going to fuck you later. It's this kind of like, that's the kind of, it's the kind of tension that James,
you and use it against you.
it's the kind of tension like James Bond has with M. It's just, it's so cool. And so like, I really get more of Ben Mendelsohn. Still haven't heard him talk yet, which I need some cool dialogue from Mendo because he's a bloody Australian national treasure and he needs to talk more. Alan Tudyk as K2SO, the robot. I like his little speech there as
He looks funny.
the captain says
Comic
you are a
relief.
friend, so I will not kill you. It's like he's kind of like a more kind of sarcastic version of C-3PO, which is cool because
That's what I'd say. A sarcastic, kind of like R2D2 and C-3PO combined. Because R2D2 always had that little sarcastic thing, like kind of a smart ass, you know?
we get a little bit more from Captain Cassian, played by Diego Luna. He's the kind of offside to Felicity Jones. So we get some like them going like, all right, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. It's like, oh, okay, right, gonna do it. I really like the thing I also like about this film is that anyone could die. Like all of these characters could be dead by the end of the film, and
The stakes are so high.
like we know how it's gonna happen, but we don't know. Like we know what's gonna happen, we don't know how it's gonna happen. That's the bit I'm interested in.
Live.
Also, we got that little shot of Darth Vader, back of his head. Ooh, boy, I knew it was going to be in this film. But it's nice to have that little confirmation there. I'm hoping we get like a badass Darth Vader scene where it's just like mowing down people. Like we haven't, because I don't want him to be like Anakin was like, oh, whiny and whatever. And he's a bit slow in New Hope, but I'd like in this film for him just to be like this, just force to be reckoned with. I want him to get some cool dialogue. Like, I want James Earl Jones to have some few moments where he's like, oh, the Force will guide me as I chop off all of your faces. Ah! Something like that. But better, obviously. But yeah, just him to be like this, like, almost horror movie character where they're like, oh, we've almost got the plans. We're going to make it. Oh, fuck, it's Darth Vader. And then just like, shit just gets wrecked everywhere. Just people getting flown. Like, I want to see him use like a person as a meat shield. That'd be great. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, I just want some crazy off-the-wall shit. Because this film, it looks like a war film. Like, the other Star Wars films, like a little bit in Force Awakens, we got some like scenes that are like, oh yeah, these are kind of making me feel like it's a war film. But this one, you know, it's called Star Wars. They should feel like war
stars,
films. Yeah.
Give me some wars.
I'm so keen for this. Like, oh, I'm ready. Body's ready.
Yes, we're both so ready. Oh, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So let's do some real quick recommendations.
Yeah. All right.
now.
So you saw Sausage Party.
Yes, I saw Sausage Party. We were going to review it, but after I saw it, I'm like, you know, it wasn't bad. But I'm like, I don't think
It wasn't interesting enough for a review.
It wasn't dense enough for a review. Like, we wouldn't have had an hour's worth of talk about it.
All right. So why don't you give like a quick review? Talk about, you know, bits you like, bits you didn't like, and a rating.
Okay. Well, I like. It was definitely like very Seth Rogen humor. Like, it was written by him, so obvious. But you know, if you've seen one Seth Rogen film, you've kind of seen them all. So, but some very crude humor, some jokes that really were freaking hilarious. Like, I think my new favorite insult is to call someone a flappy fuck.
That's great.
Because there was I think it was a tortilla who was like, he was Islamic. And he was leaving in the bum, was like, see you later, you flappy fuck. So I think that's my new favorite insult, to call someone a flappy fuck.
That's all right, yeah.
There was a Jewish bagel. I'm pretty sure the Jewish bagel was Edward Norton, actually.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. Sausage. Looking it up to be sure.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, the first trailer, I'm like, oh, this seems kind of cool. Maybe I'll see it. But then maybe it's just because of Bad Santa in that trailer where it's just like, oh, all this swearing. I've realized, like, I don't mind swearing. Like, fuck, we swear a whole bunch in this podcast. But just, like, swearing because, like, ooh, we're swearing because, like, it's cool and we can get away with it. It's just, like, it's... Like, it can feel forced.
If you're swearing to be edgy or whatever, it's a bit, oh, come on. But, you know, we're Australian.
That's just conversational. Like,
it's conversational for us to say, oh, this fucking thing. It's an fucking is an adjective for us.
Yeah, like, but, I don't know, just... Maybe it's just a Bad Santa trailer gave me, like, a bad feeling in my mouth. I'm like, oh, just...
Yes, Edward Norton was the bagel.
Ah, nice. So, was there parts you didn't like? What made it, like, not dense enough for a review?
I kind of thought there was going to be more to it. I thought the film was going to be outside of the supermarket. They got out and they were trying to like escape the house they're in where they're being eaten. It's not that. It was mostly in the shopping center.
Oh yeah.
There is a lot of like the main sausage guy, which was Seth Rogen. Can't even remember his goddamn name.
Just main sausage guy, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Him walking around the shopping center trying to find the answers.
Oh yeah.
All that. Like, all the best bits we saw, like the Saving Private Ryan ripoff, and the thing where they got to the house and the potato being peeled, they were both within like the first 20 minutes. So, you know.
That's no good.
Overall, I did get quite a few laughs, especially like the flappy fuck, and there was like an orgy scene, which was fucking hilarious.
That seems funny.
Yeah, food orgy. It was great.
All right.
And like, Michael Cera was in it. His character was
very... Who does he play? Or is that a spoiler?
He plays a sausage that's like kind of deformed, slightly shorter.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, there's lots of big names in it. Michael Cera, Seth Rogen, Jonah
I feel like
Hill,
you saw it
James
for the right
Franco.
price as well. You only paid like $2 or something to go see it.
Oh yeah, because I go to the movies so often that because I went to the movies 3 times in the last month. They gave me a $2 ticket on my rewards card.
Ah, nice. So yeah, I feel like
So-
if I could have seen it for $2, I would have been like, oh yeah, fuck it, let's go see it. Like,
Yeah. Oh, well,
Yeah.
it was last Sunday, and I was feeling like seeing a movie. Like,
because that's how I saw Star Trek Beyond, because I had a free ticket, and I was like, I've got a
Yeah.
free afternoon, I go see
oh,
this.
Paul Rudd was in it.
Oh
Paul
yeah,
Rudd was in it too. Lots of big names.
yeah, it's got a star-studded cast. It's had some controversy because
And
some of the
Kristen Wiig too.
oh nice, some of the animators weren't paid or acknowledged or something in the credits.
Yeah,
or...
apparently because apparently there was like 80 animators, but only 4 of them got acknowledged because only 40, not 4. Only 40 of them really got acknowledged because the rest of them they quit halfway through because they weren't being paid their right penalty wages.
okay, yeah.
So that's why they left. So there was already that scandal, they weren't being paid properly, but then on top of that, because they quit, they weren't in the credits at all. But to be fair, yes, it's kind of wrong they weren't paying them the right penalty wages.
Yeah, but if
at
you
the same
quit,
time,
you don't get to be in the credits. Yeah.
yeah, if you quit, if you don't finish the project, there is no legal obligation to put you in the credits. There is no even legal obligation to have credits.
No, not really.
Yeah, so you can't really argue if you weren't in the credits.
But yeah, they should have been paid properly. That's bullshit.
Yeah, they definitely should get paid properly. Apparently, like the actors union or the freaking I don't know, they're looking into it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they had they made $33 million in the opening weekend, which is the biggest opening weekend in an August for an animated film.
Oh damn.
So it's a very
I
convoluted.
have seen like a
title
few
to
posts where like
take.
people had to like post signs up as like, "Hey, don't take your kids to go see this. It's an adult comedy. It's not Finding Dory or Frozen. Don't take your kids to go see this."
Yeah, I mean, to sum up, it was quite funny. There was some dumb bits. There was some jokes that fell flat. But overall, I'd say 6.5.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There's your mini review, people. Little review. I haven't really been doing a lot. I've been listening to a little bit of Every Time I Die because there was the Let Live tour announced for Australia. If you live here and you like that kind of music, that's happening.
We'll definitely be there.
So yeah, it was announced that they're touring with Let Live, and I've never heard of them before. So I was looking up their music, and I actually really dig them. Like, I'm actually quite keen to see them. Not quite as much as Let Live, because I've liked them for a bit longer, and I'd like to see them again.
I feel like when we go, it'll be pretty much like when we were at Soundwave, like you and me, like, we're at the front, we don't give a shit about any of you people.
Get the fuck out of our way. We're here to see Jason Butler. Gonna touch his face. We touched his beard last time. Gonna touch that chin.
And
Get a bit
I
closer.
ruffled his hair because we were so close when he got to the barrier that I was like touching his beard and he was still there. So I was like, you know what? And I just ruffled his hair. I'm like, yeah.
Give you a nice pat. You're doing a good job, Jason. You gave a good show. Well done. Like,
Yeah, and I was like, when we went to see him, it was at Soundwave for non-Australians. It's a big music festival. And the way they organize it is they pretty much have 2 stages side by side. We'll call them stage 1 and 2. And while there's a band playing on stage 1, the next band will be setting up on stage 2. So the second the band finishes on stage 1, the band starts on stage 2.
and we were just like, while everyone else was over there concentrating on whoever the fuck those
band
people
1.
were, we were just like right up the front for stage 2.
Yeah,
like, let's get this shit
so we were
started.
waiting for like an entire band set because we were just we wanted to get there early and
it's
get
like,
up the
want
front.
to get some good fucking spots. And it was
And
good.
It was mental.
One of the best shows. Like, I think it's that and maybe seeing NoFX live, because I think NoFX kind of almost trumps it out just because they had a song dedicated to me and they gave me a free drink. So I'm like, anytime someone gives me stuff, I'm like, well, that's up a notch there.
Yeah.
It's in my top 3, I'd say.
Well, I'm thinking it'll be better seeing Let Live this time because we saw it at a festival, which was brilliant. But I feel like
so fucking tired after that. Like, I need some.
Well, I was glad it was one of the last bands we saw.
Like, fuck that. Right after that,
I feel like seeing them in a club setting like we will be this time. Because what venue was it? Was it the Hi-Fi? Was it Billboards?
I think it's 170 Russell.
Yeah, that's Billboards.
Yeah,
it will always
that's
be
where I saw
Billboards in my
NoFX.
heart.
It's a good place to go see a band. I enjoy seeing bands there.
Yeah, one of my favourite venues in Melbourne. It will always be Billboards. I don't care if they renamed it. 170 Russell is a dump name. It will always be Billboards.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of them. I really like the songs Glitch or Glitter, I think, were one of the new songs. I really like that. The Coin Has a Say. It's a really good song. Wanderlust. No, I've just been really digging them. They got this kind of really great kind of groovy sound to them. And their singer is not kind of straight up, kind of just screaming. He can go through like a various different things. Like I think that I was listening to a little bit of Counterparts who are the other people on the tour, and I don't really care for their singer. He has like one note, and it's like blah 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 blah. It's like, did you do anything else? It's no, just blah 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 constantly. It's like
I'm looking forward to see what locals we'll be playing because this kind of tour, there's going to be locals on each show.
I hope so. So what? That'd be like 4 people playing then. Fuck it.
Yeah, there'll probably be like one local band.
Nice. No, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, that's all I've done. I haven't really done anything else.
Oh, recently I actually watched Fight Club for the first time.
Really?
I was late to the party, like I am with most movies.
Did you love it?
Came out then. Yeah, it was great.
It is, right? It's one of my favorite films. Like, I'm glad you've watched it.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was.
It's in my
really
top 10.
good.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be like it was.
Yeah, like if you don't know anything about it, you're just kind of like,
I
whatever.
thought it was just going to be about the Fight Club. I didn't realize it was going to be so
it's
much
this
more.
really deep kind of like fucking deconstruction of what it meant to be like a man in the mid to late 90s. So it's still really relevant today, I feel.
And like that huge plot twist where Brad Pitt is Edward Norton. Shut up, it's not a spoiler, it's a 17-year-old movie.
It was only be a spoiler for Brett last week. It's not a spoiler now. But oh yeah, it's a fucking great movie. I love it so much. And it's even better on a second watch because you can see like all the little hints they lay down.
I was talking to our friend Catherine about it because she was in the same boat as me. She'd only just seen it. And I was just like, we were both drunk at the time, mind you, because she'd been out and I was just sitting at home drinking because I'm pathetic.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's one of these movies. I feel like it will be a completely different experience watching it a second time.
I love that movie so much. Goddamn.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, I can remember how fucked my
get-
mind was the first time I watched it. It was like, you're the same person. I was like, what? No.
Yeah, that was exactly it because somehow I'd never had it spoiled for me.
I'm so glad that it hadn't been spoiled for you because that twist is one of the best in cinema, quite honestly, for me.
I think it's number 2 for me.
What's the best one for you?
Shutter Island.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
No man, you seem blasé. I fucking love it.
I think
Island
maybe
is
because
one of my all-time favorites.
I'd seen that after Fight Club, so like it's like yeah, that's.
I thought Shutter Island came out after Fight Club, didn't it?
Yeah, Fight Club came out in like
So
1999.
most people saw it.
Yeah, so that's why it's like I was like, oh, but for like Fight Club was the first one to do that for me, so I'm like, so.
Nah, man, Shutter Island is actually one of my all-time favorite films.
It's pretty good. I can't say anything super bad about it. It's probably not my favorite Martin Scorsese film. Like I feel like I like his crime epics a bit more, but it's still a solid film. Great cast. Yeah.
And it was one of the first. Okay, I have this weird personal rule. I will not say that I'm a fan of an actor until I've seen them in 3 movies.
Okay.
If I've seen them in 3 movies and I have liked them in every single one, then I will say, yes, I am a fan of that actor.
Was that your like Leonardo DiCaprio tipping point, or?
That was my Mark Ruffalo tipping point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like Mark Ruffalo. He really cares about the environment. He seems like a really great guy.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that'll be about it.
It's
Unless you have any other
about it.
recommendations.
Oh, no, I'm done for recommendations. Look, if you have any recommendations or want to talk about any of the stuff that we have talked about in this podcast, let us know. Go on facebook.com/PCMR podcast. We're also on Twitter at PCMR podcast. We also have our own personal Twitter accounts. I'm at Aidan's Vlog, AIDANSVLOG.
I am at MeMad125.
We have a goddamn Instagram account.
Yes,
that's
brand
new.
new Instagram.
That's
We're going to be
also
posting there.
at PCMR podcast. Go check it out. Give us a follow, like some of our photos we put up there. We'll be posting random shit, probably a lot of like little like nerdy things, just kind of slightly different stuff to the stuff we post on Facebook.
Facebook, you'll see us post like a lot of news stories.
Yeah, a lot of
so
news
if you want to keep
stories
up
there.
to date with all the nerdy stuff that's happening as it happens, check us out there. But I know we'll be sharing like a lot of concept art, maybe some fan art.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff on there.
And selfies. You
Oh.
want to see why we've chosen an audio platform and look at our faces.
A lot of selfies. Also, if you want to find another way to contact us, you can email us. Email us any questions, queries, ideas you have. We're at pcmrpodcast@gmail.com. You could, if you want to, man, that's too many social media things. Where can I find them all in one spot? Go to our website, pcmrpodcast.net. Super simple. All our audio is
All
posted there. Now, if you're
I better add our Instagram to there, actually.
yeah, that's something for you to do. All right, get on that, Brett. Now, if you're thinking, man, I don't want to go to a website to listen to something, give me somewhere else to go. Give me like what
Who
about
goes to websites anymore?
yeah? I'll either go to like YouTube or iTunes. Give me some of this. Well, dear friend, you can go to both. We're on YouTube. We're just search for PCMR podcast. You'll find us. It's pretty simple. Give us a subscribe. That's fucking totes cool if you do that. Also
up
on
your
iTunes,
sandbox,
give us that subscribe. Give us that 5 stars. That really helps us out. Bumps us up in the ratings. Let's more.
Five stars on YouTube. What is this, 2009?
Whoa, flashback. No, give us that 5 stars on iTunes. It really helps us out, bumps us up in the ratings, lets people know that we exist. Also, leave a review, whatever you feel like. It can be negative, it can be positive. We don't care. Just leave one. That's all we ask for. We've got some great reviews already from people from
Tell
the
us
audience.
an anecdote about your cat.
Huh?
I was telling the people on their iTunes review to tell us an anecdote about your cat.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Aidan has a cat.
I do
now,
have a
so
cat.
you know.
His name is Jet.
Hashtag
Jet the cat.
You really have to say that every time, don't you?
I have a cat. His name is Jet. Because I like to rhyme. Hey, hey, haha, woo woo. Will Smith.
Was it you or Alicia who gave it the name?
I think it was a group decision. Like she was asking like, what's some names of like those cat nurses from Doctor Who? And I was like, oh, look it up. Doctor Who Wikipedia. There's one here that's named Jet. Sister Jet. She's like, Jet the cat. I like it. That's the name of the cat. I'm like, all right.
I really want to get like a cat or a dog one day. And like, if it's a cat, just call it dog.
I really like it. The one joke I really, really liked from Ghostbusters was the My Cat. Like
My cat, yeah.
just get a.
Oh no, my cat is a dog.
Yeah.
It's not my cat.
It's short for Michael Hat. Just
Michael Hat.
it's so fucking dumb. I love it. Like I know other people have been like really annoyed by the other dumb things he does in the movie. Like he hears a loud noise and he covers his eyes and I think he's too stupid to live. I loved all of it. It was so dumb. I loved it.
Yeah, like in the real world, he's too stupid to live. But it's hilarious.
But just like, oh, loud noise covers his eyes. Like, oh,
Is there sugar in this? Let me see it.
Yeah,
there's sugar.
No, I hate coffee. Ugh. Oh, that's so great. Anyway, so yeah, those are all the places you can find us. Find our audio, find our website, social media. That's all the stuff. Guys, you've been listening to the Pop Culture Master Race PCMR podcast. We'll see you bloody next time.
Can you hear that?
I can. Who's beeping? Someone breaking into a car?
Car alarm.
Bloody, you live in a dangerous
it's gone.
neighborhood. That's what's happening.
Another marker in. Freaking all the noise happening in this record.